this video, in this live video, feel free to interact. We're going to talk about green screen. We're going to talk about the benefits of green screen, how it works, how to use it, and we're going to introduce our free video training workshop that we've just released as well to really help anyone kickstart their green screen journey, and which will allow them to produce better quality videos faster. So we'll just make sure that we are live, and we'll wait for a few people to jump on before we jump into it. But this will be an interactive live, so make sure that you jump in the comments, introduce yourself. You see we've got Caleb in there, we've got Toya in there, we've got CB Random. We've got a lot of people joining. I'm just waiting for the chat window to keep up. All right, we're good now. I can see we've got Squiddy, we've got Invincible, Owen Video. Owen, how are you going? I watched your green screen live stream this morning. Everyone check out Owen's channel. He's doing some cool stuff there. I'm getting a green screen vid. This will help me. Awesome. Cool, it looks like we're working. It looks like we're live. I'm actually running this through a DSLR, running it through Wirecast. I'm getting YouTube's telling me we've got some, it's a bad stream. That's always good. The joys have been live, and then it quickly tells me that the stream is good. So make sure you let me know in the comments or in the chat window if there are any issues. So yeah, let's jump into it. What we've just released is an introduction to green screen workshop, and it's a 3-part free video series taking you through the benefits of green screen, why you should use green screen, how to use green screen, and how to edit your green screen so that it looks realistic. Lots of people have seen green screen done really poorly, like whether it's on YouTube or whether it's, you know, the local news. The weather is the perfect example. You always see that green line around the outside. You always see like a transparency in the background, or it normally can look rubbish. But the only place people really see it done well is at the top end of the scale in Hollywood movies. So what I'm here saying is that it doesn't need to be one or the other. These days, with the technology and the tools that we've got available to us, you can definitely get awesome results with green screen. So where is green screen going to be of benefit to you? We can start with my story, and I will jump into the questions in the comments, so feel free to leave them there. I will get to them. But if we start with my story, it'll probably give you a bit of a background around green screen, why I use green screen, what it allowed me to do that I wasn't able to do without it, and obviously the benefits. So when I started this YouTube channel, I was finding every excuse to not create content. Not only because it was hard for me to be in front of the camera, because I've been working in video production for a long time, my entire professional career really, but behind the camera. So stepping in front of the camera was hard for me on a few levels. It was hard for me because of the different, like talking to camera is totally different. Like it still freaks me out. I'm alone in this room, but I know that you guys are with me. So it's pretty cool, but it's something that I'm still getting used to. So it's not easy, but then all the technology and technical stuff and everything that can go wrong, especially if you're doing it solo, when you don't have a big team with you, it can be pretty overwhelming. So I was finding excuses to not create videos. And the excuses were the amount of time it took me to set up all the gear, all the time it took me to pack up the gear, to make sure the lighting was right. If I'd set up some days and then it would be pouring rain outside and you could hear it in the video. So all of these things that were just going through my head were excuses for me to not create video content. So I wouldn't create the videos. And that was a problem. Like I wanted to be creating videos. I knew I should be creating videos, but you obviously need to be creating the videos to get them out. The rain, the background noise. I used to set up and film in my living room, the living room of my house, because as a video guy, you want to have a really awesome looking background. Well, not just as a video guy, everyone wants to look good on camera. Everyone wants to have a good looking background so that their videos look professional. So just making sure you're in the comments, making sure you can still hear me. Wirecast gives me a poor stream. No, we're all good, cool. So I had all these excuses because I was trying to set up around a nice looking background. But the problem with setting up around a nice looking background is that the background comes first. So you'll pick your background and then you've got to set up all your lights and everything to make that scene look good, which can be possible and definitely is possible, but it's a lot of work and it makes your setup time huge. So for me, I was setting up in the lounge room, in the living room, in my family home, and I've got 2 young kids, and it was an absolute nightmare to set up. It took so long to set everything up to get the shot looking good. It took then so long to pack up before wife and kids came home so that they didn't, destroy all the camera gear. And yeah, obviously my wife didn't want all the camera gear that laying around the living room all the time. So it was a nightmare, and it was a big hassle to film, to set up, to pack up, to make the shot look good before you even get to the content or to the editing. So it was such a huge thing. So what we worked out, I mean, I've been using green screen for a long time for client shoots and things like that. So green screen allowed me then to set up a set up a studio in the back room of our house where I could shut the doors, I could close the windows, I could reduce or remove as many of those environmental variables or distractions or people coming in and interrupting you while you're filming as possible. And that's the biggest benefit of green screen, is it allows you to shoot pretty well anywhere in a room that doesn't look good, so that you can remove the barriers and just focus on creating the content, because you can replace your background with something that looks realistic afterwards, so that you're still getting that engagement in your content. It's not like you're doing a green screen video where you're underwater or you're on the moon or whatever it is. Some of those backgrounds look absolutely terrible. If you can get one that looks realistic and that your viewers don't even notice, or they notice a little bit but they don't constantly look at it and it's not distracting and annoying to them, then that's where you'll get great results with green screen. So we've created an introduction to green screen for entrepreneurs course, and I'll put a link on screen now for you so you can check it out. It's a free course. It's a free 3-part video workshop. We've just released part 2. So if you sign on now, you'll get part 1 and part 2, and part 3 will be out in a few days. So this will take you through, again, my story, why I use green screen, how to use green screen. It'll take you through, we'll do some editing and show you how easy it is to get great results. We use ScreenFlow for that, but the principles will will flow through. So it doesn't matter. We chose ScreenFlow as one that is more relatable to everyone. Now, obviously, if you're using Adobe Premiere or Final Cut, you'll have way more tools for green screen, but you can still get great results with cheaper editing software too. So we're not creating that as a barrier there either. So that's my story, and that's how green screen allowed me to create videos without all the barriers. Like the moment that I could just shut the door and not have to worry about the background and still have the videos looking good was a real game changer. Then it allowed me to focus on the content and connecting with you guys and sharing knowledge and interacting and everything without the background noise, without all the hassles of filming in the living room or filming with a nice background. So that's how green screen can help you produce better videos faster, because it removes all those barriers to actually creating the video content. So feel free to jump on and check out our free intro to green screen series. I'm going to jump into the questions here in a minute and answer any questions that you've got. We will try to keep them around green screen, but obviously if you've got any other questions in there as well, I'm more than happy to answer them. So we will keep this to a short live stream as well. I know that I didn't give you much notice, as I said, 15 minutes warning before we went live. And I do hope to do more live streams, Q&A with you guys, so that we can help you progress with your video creation process as well. All right, let's jump into the comments. Well, one thing I didn't mention, actually, is that in part 2, which has just been released, there is an awesome bonus in there which will really help you get started with your green screen process as well. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. All right, I'm over in the comments now, in the chat window. So feel free to shoot through any questions, any comments. Have you used green screen before, and what were your results? Where are you stuck with your video production process? Is there something that green screen may be able to help you produce better videos faster or easier? Because that's what it's about. The moment you can get past the technology and get past the background and everything, and allow yourself to create great videos and just share your knowledge and your story, that's the key. That's where people will connect with you on the deepest level, and that's where your channels will grow if that's your goal, or your people will buy your products. Whatever your goals are, the more genuine and the more you can get away from the technology and just create the content, that's really the key. Okay, so who have we got here? So Owen, I've been playing with my green screen all day. Stoked to see you. Stoked to see you on. Thanks, Owen. Yeah, as I said, I did check out your live stream. You've been really punching out the content lately, and it's awesome. So yeah, all the best. Caleb, I'm getting a green screen. This vid will help me. Awesome. Yeah, and feel free to send through any questions you've got. There's a good community of people on that opt-in page, on that the course page, with a heap of questions, and it's a really good discussion in there as well. So feel free to get involved there. What have we got here? Marco from Brazil. Hey, how are you going? Hey, everyone. Lots of hellos. Hello from California. Hey now. DSLR through Wirecast. Wirecast gives me poor stream. I am using the Panasonic GH4. I'm getting excited because the GH5 is nearly out. I'm running it in through a Blackmagic Ultra Studio Mini recorder. I'd pick it up and show you, but I really don't want to touch it in case it knocks a cable or something. But I've always got great results with Wirecast. I haven't played too much with this specific unit through OBS, but in my experience, OBS, while it's a good solution, it doesn't have all the professional tools that that Wirecast does. And Wirecast seems to be the rock solid solution. So for me, DSLRs or even professional grade cameras, we always use Wirecast, and it's been awesome. Actually, our latest video that went out yesterday was a comparison, or it was really a comparison. The things I like about OBS and the things I like about Wirecast to help you make the decision for you. So check it out if you haven't already. Feels like I'm losing my voice already. Hello from Germany, my name is Toby. I just started YouTube. Can check it out. I will check out your channel, well, not right now, but maybe after this call. Yes, the green outline. The green outline is the hardest. No, it's not the hardest. It's actually not hard. The green outline is the dreaded thing that most people have when they think of green screen. It's like it's green screen done poorly. And really, to give you, not to run through the free training. The free training is there and it covers everything. So we're not going to go into too much detail on that. Make sure you check it out if you want to know how to do green screen and an intro to green screen. But the green outline is easy to remove if you get your lighting right. Your lighting is the key to green screen. It's funny because key, it's a play on words really, because they call it keying. But the lighting is really the key. So positioning your light right, having enough light. Yeah, check out the intro series, and we will have more advanced training coming if you'd like to progress further into that. Get all the ins and outs and all the little tips and hacks to take it to the next level again. So stay tuned for that as well. Excuses, love them and hate them. Yep, it's too easy to find excuses to create content. I actually found a few this morning to not go live here, but then I thought, how can I not go live? I actually really enjoy it. It's still a weird thing. As I said, I'm sitting in a room by myself. I know that there's people here with me, but they're not really here. So I'm talking to a blacked off camera lens, and it's strange, but it's a bit of fun, and it's awesome that I get to interact with you guys this way. So yes, lots of excuses. And for me, and for actually everyone that I've worked with, there's always excuses. And it's just about putting things in place to remove as many of those as possible. I mean, if you can leave your studio, or wherever you're filming, set up or nearly set up, so that it's just a huge thing that you don't have to go and run through and set up every time you want to shoot, that's a massive, massive game changer for your content creation process. If you can just walk in, sit down, turn a few lights on and make sure that your camera's running and press record, and then you're just free to talk, it is so much easier on so many levels. Like the whole mentality around it, like what's going through your head is totally different. You're not worried about how much time or when the family's coming home or any of that sort of stuff. It just makes it so much easier to create content. And that's probably the biggest thing with green screen, is that allows you to create an environment where you can film at any time, day or night, and still get awesome results. Okay, I'm going through these, still scrolling up pretty quick, so apologies if I miss you. Oh, and dude, I'm totally relating to this. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Owen is a video guy. He has some great videos on his channel, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do here as well. And yeah, he's definitely worth checking out, and he's doing some cool stuff with green screen as well. So there's another example of how you can use green screen. Is it daytime in your place? Yes, it is 10:34 a.m. I'm in Queensland, Australia. And if you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, I did turn the air conditioning down, but it is a hot one today. I'm not sure what the conversion is, but it's supposed to be 34 to 36 degrees. So I'm lucky that I'm sitting in nice, cool aircon at the moment, but I wouldn't want to be outside for too long. Can you green screen live? Yes, definitely. I was actually going to go live today with Wirecast with green screen. I'll just move this banner off. There we go, we don't need that on the whole time. I will put the link back up, and the link's in the description, and it's also in the cards. Yes, you definitely can, and I will be doing it soon too, to show you the results you can get. So the technology and the power that we've got these days to create great results with green screen is huge. Like going back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it was totally different, and you really had to have big budgets to get good results. So now I've even seen great results with people just using a webcam like the Logitech C920 or C922, not using the built-in chroma key stuff, but using a proper green screen lit well with even a cheap camera. You can still get really awesome results. So I think the excuses are gone these days for getting good results with green screen. If it's done right and you've got the right process and the right steps in place, then you can definitely easily get great results without spending a heap of money. I mean, my green screen setup I think cost less than $500. A few softbox lights, fold out green screen. It's really not expensive, but the amount of time that it saves you is just insane. Like it's something like, you'll see these videos here. Like I'm in my studio now, my home studio, where I like to do these primal videos. I've got 2 other offices that I move between, and neither one of those is suitable for filming. For me, a plain white wall doesn't work. I've got to have something in there, but green screen gives me that ability to film in other locations, and I used to use it here too. Before I had a background that I was happy with, and there's always room for improvement, but this is where I was doing my filming on green screen, and the background that I was using was we made it to replicate the office or the living room in the house that I like to film in. So we were able to create a realistic background and use it that way, which there's more about on our in our free training workshop. So make sure you check it out, and I'll take you through what we did, how we got awesome results, and how you can too to create videos easier. All right, what day is it? Daytime. Can you green screen live? Yes. Do you use a green screen in videos on this channel? We have, and we do from time to time. It really depends on my process and where I am. I travel a lot for work. So depending on where we are, yes, I do use green screen. I use it almost every week, but not so much for this channel at the moment because I'm trying to keep this background and this is working for me here. But for other projects and for other videos that we create, definitely. More for longer form videos is where I find that we use it most. So anything that's sort of 20 minutes up, like course material and things, is really powerful. Very informative, Justin, as always. Thanks, Sean, and thanks for being a long-time supporter of the channel. 1, do you need a big place to set up the studio? I have a wide wall, but not a lot of space between the camera and the wall. So this room, I don't know if this camera makes it look big or not, but it's actually a really small room. I think it's 2.6 meters by 2.8 meters or something. So it's not a huge space. Like if I stood up, I could probably I'm out of focus, but I'm touching the wall now. So there's not a lot of room. Yeah, this lens I'll be back. We are back. That was strange. Totally lost connection to YouTube. I was running speed tests and all sorts of stuff. The internet was still working. I couldn't get to youtube.com. I couldn't get onto anything YouTube. So Wirecast totally lost connection to YouTube. So apologies. I don't know how long I was rambling on for before I realized. I got a big notification on the second screen here saying that they're not receiving data, but sorry, I can't explain that because the internet actually didn't go down, just my connection to YouTube did. So apologies. Thank you for sticking around. All right, scroll back up here. So I have answered a couple of questions. I don't know how long that was actually out for. So I see that happen all the time with live streams. And I always think I would hate to have that happen for me. And for any corporate live stream, we've normally got at least 2 backup internet connections. I've got 1 here now, but it didn't actually kick in because it didn't need to kick in. So that's the strangest part. It wasn't that it was an internet thing. It was a connection to YouTube. So backups and backups are all good, but if that's not the problem, then that doesn't help you. So apologies if I'm going to miss your question here now, because I was answering questions and I don't think they were coming through. So, all right. Are you using green screen right now? No, this is not a green screen right now. I actually thought about it, and I think the next live stream that we do, probably next week, I will be live streaming with green screen. I will actually send out an email letting you know when that one is happening, so that you can put it in your calendars or whatever to jump on and get a reminder. More than the 15 minutes that I gave you with this one. So we'll keep this short. I see there's lots of questions coming in now. And also lighting, very difficult for me financially. Is there something to build towards? The key with the lighting is to get as even green light on the background as we cover in the intro series. Use whatever lights you can. You don't need to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on lighting, but lighting is the key. If you've got poor lighting, then you probably will end up with less than fantastic results. So, but again, the gear's not expensive. You will be able to pick up cheap lights on Amazon, and yeah, take a look at the series. And if you've still got more questions, then feel free to send them through. All right, where are we? It's 1:30 here in Switzerland. I'm assuming 1:30 a.m. So it's very late, but I could be wrong. Hello, Justin. I've been watching for a while, and you've helped me improve a lot. Thanks, bro. No problems. That's awesome. That's what we're here for. It's all about helping you remove barriers with video and helping you progress, create better videos faster. So that's awesome. Green screen live with your webcam. Yes. So these comments are a little bit, I did actually answer some of these, so I can see that. Yep, you just answered my question. Definitely can use your webcam. I'd always recommend using a better camera, a DSLR, or even one of the latest smartphones too will be okay. But lighting is the key, and use the best quality camera that you can, and make sure that it's set to the best quality settings for that camera. What camera are you using to stream now? I'm using a Panasonic GH4. I'm using a Sigma 18-35 lens running through a Metabones speed booster. So there was another question I just saw in here. How do I get the blurry background? That's the lens and the setup I'm using. The DSLR is connected into my MacBook Pro and then into Wirecast. So that's how I'm broadcasting now. What camera are you using to stream? That's yep, that's good. Thanks for the live show. How do we preview green screen in real time and make the preview the background photo while filming to check the perspective? That's a good question. Quick answer would be to use something like Wirecast and set up your or OBS and set up your system like I have now. Get your camera, plug it into your computer, and if you use software like Wirecast or OBS, then live they can drop in a green screen. So that would be an easy way to monitor and get your perspective and everything right. All right, very good stuff. Wish you were demonstrating it right now. I did think about it, and I promised next week I will do a live with green screen. Amra, as a professional, can you tell when someone is using green screen in their videos? The best ones are really hard to tell. If a green screen is done well, which it's so easy to do these days, then it is really hard. But in saying that, it comes down to the background choice as well. Background choice is probably just as important as lighting, or actually the whole thing's important to get great results. But if your background looks fake, then it's going to be pretty obvious that it's fake. So in order to have a realistic background, there should be some element of movement or something that looks real. And at Primal Video, we do actually create and sell realistic background video templates. I'll put a link in the description, but if you want to check those out. But there's also, check out the course, the 3-part intro series, because there's a bonus in there, hint, hint, that will help you with your green screen creation. So yeah, check it out. But yes, the background is normally the key giveaway. And also you can tell
with the hair, the hair is the hardest part. Like I don't know, you see I'm thinning a little bit on top, but the hair is the biggest giveaway, because it's the hardest part for your computer software to pull out the green or the blue from it, because it's changes. It's not like a consistent color or a thick surface. It's transparent. Like you can actually see through part of my hair. So that's the hardest part, and it's the easiest place to tell. But no, if the green screen is done well, then it's very hard to tell. So yeah, that's what we cover in the intro series. And then we've got more advanced training to really help you take your green screen to the next level, because your green screen shouldn't be just used for the sake of using a green screen. It should be used to allow you to create better videos faster, or get your content out easier. There's no point in doing that if people are distracted watching your videos. If your background's distracting or your green screen looks bad, then you're actually going to have a negative effect on your videos. So that was the whole point of this. A lot of green screen has this stigma attached to it these days because everyone's seen it done so poorly. And then the only place they've seen it done really, really well is in big Hollywood movies, which is way out of reach for everyone. So what I'm here telling you is that it doesn't need to be one or the other. You can get awesome results with green screen where your audience won't be able to tell, or even if they can, it's not enough that it's distracting. And that's really the key. You want them to focus on you and the content or the message that you're delivering, not on the distracting background or on the crazy green line around your hair because your green screen hasn't been done right. So that's our goal, and that's why we've put this together. So I think I'm reading the comments now from where we actually dropped out. So yeah, I will wrap this up soon. So and we definitely will have another one next week. And thank you all for joining. I'll go through these a bit quicker now to see. I'd also love to know a mobile solution. Definitely, you can use your mobile. There's actually some cool apps that you can use as well if you search for green screen in either the iOS or the Android app store. But it'll, again, really come down to you need a good, solid process procedure to be able to get good footage or to get your scene set right before you actually even get to the camera. So check out the intro series. Damn, I was interested in streaming this too. In this stream too. Oh, you must have jumped on when we dropped out. Cool. All right, I'm going to jump down a bit further. Yep, I'm back. I see dead people. Interesting talent. YouTube drama. You touched the wall too many times. Yep, I think it was. Maybe I dropped the wall and I touched the wall and it dropped out. Stay away from the walls. I'm back. He's back. Yep, I'm back. Love your content. Thank you, regular guy. Justin, for all people who want infinite white wall or a nice background, is it better to set it up naturally with lighting or do it green screen? So can you use a green screen to get a white background, or should you use a white wall? Answer's probably 50-50. If you've got a good looking white wall and you've got the lights to light it well enough to get the look that you're after, then that would be fine. If you've got the gear to do green screen or not enough room to use white, or your white wall isn't actually white or whatever, green is the obvious answer because it is easy to change your green and swap it out with anything that you want. So I would recommend the green. If you've got the room for the white, then go the white because you're going to remove a few of the steps involved with green screen. But you can use, even if you don't have a big area, green screen will allow you to create that white infinity look. So green screen definitely will do it, and it will suit most people, probably more people, to actually use a green screen to get a white wall or the infinity white look than actually trying to find a white wall and light it. Lighting the white wall would be... I think YouTube is telling you, what's going on? We are back. I just kicked in YouTube's backup server. For whatever reason, I can't broadcast to their primary server, so I apologize. This actually has never happened before. Normally I don't need to kick into YouTube's backup server. I was actually still connected to the internet. I just couldn't talk to YouTube for whatever reason. Anyway, we're back on now, YouTube's backup server, but I think this is now the perfect time to wrap it up. So anyway, the purpose of this was to introduce you guys to green screen, the benefits of green screen, to introduce you to our free 3-part video workshop. Make sure you click the link on screen now if you're interested in green screen, or you're interested in seeing how green screen can help you take your video production to the next level and really help you create better quality videos faster. Apologies again for the technical difficulties. Sometimes it just happens. As a video guy and someone that does corporate live streams, this is actually the first time I've ever had any issues broadcasting live. So I'm glad it's kind of on this channel and not with clients, but either way, it's not ideal. So thank you all for putting up with that. Maybe next time we'll just broadcast to YouTube's backup server instead. Sorry I didn't get to all your questions, but check out the free series. If you've got any questions, make sure you send them through, and have an awesome weekend. Now I can actually willingly stop this live stream. All right, have a good weekend. See you all later.